The other day, I happened to witness a father come up to his son and say, "Hey, how come you're wearing those clothes? I told you you couldn't wear those clothes today." And then the boy went, "I asked Mom, she said I could." And the dad said, "Oh no, she didn't, because I talked to her and I told her that you couldn't wear those clothes." And so then the boy started making up a lie. "Well, I didn't hear that," or something, and he went on and on with this lie. And then the dad said, "Get out of here. You go change your clothes. You lost your privileges," and all this kind of stuff. And then looked at me and smiled and started to have a conversation. I was a bit shocked, actually. I couldn't believe that clothing, just wearing a certain kind of clothing, would matter that much, that that parent would choose to get so worked up. I also felt really bad for them, because I knew that that father had a lot of stress and frustration inside. The sad thing is that that interaction does no good. Number one, the clothes don't really matter. Number two, the child then doesn't feel like he can trust his father at all. And so then the child chose to do something. It was a self-protection mechanism. Lying. Now I know some children just dabble in lying, but this boy really chose to just out and out say a lie to try and keep himself from getting yelled at. That's self-defense. He doesn't know what else to do when his father treats him in that way. So what should the father have done? The father, seeing the child in different clothes than he was told he could wear, should have thought, my child is not accepting a no answer. I told him no before. And come up to the child and said, "Son, I noticed that you're wearing these clothes. And a few moments ago I told you you couldn't wear these clothes because they needed to be saved for another occasion. So you didn't accept a no answer. What you should have done was, you should have looked at me, kept a calm voice and a calm face, said okay, or asked to disagree appropriately, because those are the steps to accepting a no answer, and then chosen to drop the subject and not worry about the clothes anymore, but be happy with the ones that you had on. Since you chose not to do that, then you have earned an extra chore or some other kind of negative consequence that the family uses for a situation like that. In that case, the father would have been safe. The child would have learned how to accept a no answer better, and their relationship would have grown closer together. Instead of what happens generally when parents try to exert power out of frustration and in order to get their way heard and understood very quickly by having a power struggle. In the first instance, the relationship with the father and the son would become strained and eventually ruined over time.